Hi, Mr. Galati. It's a pleasure to meet you. Rocco, it's an honor to meet you today. We haven't seen any police presence in the end at this event, and we've actually found out that in Quebec, a number of the fines that were issued were thrown out by prosecutors before seeing their day in court. I just wanted to know, what significance does that have from a judicial standpoint?
Well, I don't know if it has any significance from a judicial standpoint. It shows the complete arbitrary and abusive nature of these laws and the fact that the government really doesn't have any intention to prosecute them and actually get a constitutional ruling. They're just being used as fear tactics and abusive police state tactics. And if everybody fought every single ticket that was issued, the courts would be clogged till about 2085. Okay, so there's no real earnest, sincere, valid basis for the measures nor the ticketing except to abusively instill fear and to abuse the process and abuse the citizens.
Okay. And specifically, if a ticket had been issued either to an event organizer or just to the general public,
right,
what would the constitutional defense be in that case?
Well, read my statement of claim. Basically, I mean,
I have.
well, then you know these laws are unconstitutional because they dispense with Parliament. They breach sections 2, 7, 8, 9, and 15 of the Charter. There are various bases of unconstitutionality. The other thing that people have to understand is that when they try to justify a law as constitutional, there's a two-part test with 3 arms on the second part. They have to show that the law has a valid legislative agenda. They have to prove through evidence that this pandemic is actually a pandemic and not just another bad flu season. Okay. Secondly, if they can prove that, they need to satisfy the second part of the test with respect to the measures. So the measures would have to be rational, first of all. Good luck. These measures, you know, we're getting opposite advice, as I said on Saturday, by the week, like a palm tree swaying in a Pacific hurricane. Right? They're not rational. It's not rational to close small businesses, but allow the Walmarts and the Costco's to just keep on going and allow the billionaire oligarchs, literally all these billionaires have doubled their net worth, 70-80% in the last 6 months. So this, after rationality, they have to show that the measures are infringe our constitutional rights to the minimum.
Where does the burden of proof?
Hang on, it's all with the government. All of this is the burden of proof of the government. So the measures cannot overreach. That's what they call overbreadth under Section 7 of the Charter. So they have to be measured to match the objective, the valid objective. So these measures are not minimally intrusive. We're living in a police martial law state right now. Forget it. And then thirdly, more importantly, the last thing that they have to show is that even if they're valid objective, even if they're rational, and even if they don't overreach, that the deleterious effects do not outweigh the beneficial effects. So that is, if the measures cause more harm than they're trying to avoid, then they're still unconstitutional, for good sense. So we're killing 12 to 1. So they claim for every person that they claim has died from COVID, the measures are killing 12 to 14 people, and that's documented. Okay.
And my last question to you then is, with this particular social gathering, this event here, what would your preferred outcome have been? Either getting sanctioned or not at all, like what seems to have happened today?
Well, you should ask Mr. Hillier that, because I don't have a preferred outcome.
You don't?
No, I just defend the Constitution.
Well, what would set a better precedent?
As I said, I don't have a preferred outcome. Okay. My preferred outcome is people wake up and tell the government to go pound sand on a wet beach.
You feel that that's happening?
Oh, it's happening more and more. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much for giving us the time, and we very much appreciate your work.
You know what I hate about these interviews, right? Everybody's taller than me, and I got to do this.
I would love.
For Bright Light News, Richard Gerges with Rocco Galati, constitutional lawyer, defending the rights of all Canadians.